Okay, we're finally done cooking. That took us about 25, roughly 30 minutes to make the food. The rice is still a little hard, but we cooked it so long there's no water left in it. It's going to be a multi-part video, so stick with me through all the parts because I want you guys to see this. You're wasting your money if you're buying this stuff. Now, this food is fine. It made plenty. That's a big pot of oatmeal right there. Oops, sorry, showing you the macaroni and cheese. That's a big pot of oatmeal. Now, how you're supposed to store the rest of this, I have no idea. If you're in a situation where you have no refrigeration. If you have no refrigeration, you probably have no way to cook it either, because you have to boil this until it's done. You can't just pour hot water in it and let it sit. You have to cook it. Macaroni and cheese, same thing. You have to cook this. And these noodles were actually kind of nasty when they were reconstituting. They're chewy. You have to cook it. It's not just something you just add hot water and rock on. And that did not come out very good at all.
The rice tastes good.
I mean, the flavor's okay, but we're gonna taste test them again. So here's the oatmeal. Grammy never made me no oatmeal like that, just saying. So I want you to look at the nutrition on this. So one serving is 1 cup. Huh? Yeah. No, that's the same kind. Half a cup dry, prepared 1 cup. There's 1 cup. Can you see it? 1 cup. That's breakfast. Who eats a bowl of oatmeal that small? See my hand on this? See how small that is? Who eats a bowl of oatmeal? How's that going to keep you fed for breakfast? It's not. Here's the mac and cheese. Look at the nutrition. 2/3 of a cup prepared. See it? Top of the thing. Okay, that's 2/3 of a cup. You can see that right there. Right there on the handle. No, that's 1 cup. You failed me. This
One
one's
cup.
It's 1 cup.
Oh, you mixed them up.
Did I? Oh.
Yep.
My bad. Okay, anyway. This is 2/3 of a cup. So anyway. So there's that. That's supposed to keep you for lunch. Now that's 1 cup. You're supposed to get less than that for lunch. 2/3 of a cup. See how small that is? That's 4 bites, maybe? How's that supposed to keep you through lunch? And now we've got the rice. Let me turn that over. About 1 cup prepared. So that's supposed to be what the rice is. So here's it 2/3. Let's get it on there. Will it focus? Will it focus? 2/3 of a cup. So that is supposed to be your mac and cheese. You're supposed to get 1 cup of rice. Now, there's technically not 4 servings in there like the package says, because that cooked way down, and the rice is still hard. So that's supposed to keep you for dinner. I don't understand how anybody's supposed to survive on that for a whole day. I mean, a Happy Meal has more food in it than that. Huh?
I just thought it took more water than that.
No, it'll fill out. Okay, so we're going to taste test this real quick. So here's the oatmeal. Now, when we opened the oatmeal, it smelled like maple. I wet my finger and got a little of the powder on there. Tasted super bitter. So you see I'm actually putting it in my mouth. It's artificial sweetener, and it's not that sweet. It's actually really bland. It needs honey, brown sugar, maybe some butter, something. You could live on it, I guess, but why when you can have better? And I'm going to show you better. Here's the mac and cheese. Whoops, made a little mess there. The noodles are very, very mushy. They look firm, but they're not. They're very mushy. And it's not that cheesy. Actually, that's bland too. Come to think of it, it really is bland. Come to think of it. All right, the rice. I'm worried about this rice though. Rice is still hard. Flavor's okay. It actually tastes like what the package says. But that stuff is so thick you can't cook it no more. There we go. Okay, So I guess you could live on it if you wanted to. I would choose something different. That's just me. Now I want to show you this. So these nutritional markings on here are for one serving. It's just 1 cup of oatmeal. It has 1 gram of fat, 4 grams of total fat, 65 milligrams of sodium. Wait, this gets better. 38 grams of carbohydrate. I wonder where the carbohydrate's coming from, because there ain't no sugar in this. It says total sugar is 8 grams, but it don't taste like it.
Oats have carbs.
Okay, oats do. 7 grams of added sugars. Well, it doesn't taste like it has sugar in it. It is very bland. It's got some calcium. It's got some iron. Got a lot of potassium. That would come in handy, actually. Here's the mac and cheese. 2/3 of a cup. 3 grams of fat. 5 grams of cholesterol. 700, look at this. 700, come on, focus phone. And 30 milligrams for 2/3 of a cup of mac and cheese. 730. Anybody who's got heart issues can't eat this. 47 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugar again, but no added sugar. I don't know where that's at because they don't taste sweet at all. Got a lot of calcium, a lot of potassium, 307 milligrams of potassium. That's good. You need that. Now the rice. 1 cup of this rice has 12 grams of fat, 370 milligrams of sodium, 33 grams of carbohydrate, fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and this actually tasted better than the other ones. 325 grams of potassium, so most of it actually tasted just like potassium. It's pretty bland. So, there's your 72-hour food kit. This is supposed to be for one person if I read their website correctly. We're going to look at their website. This is going to be a multi-part series because I'm actually going to show you what real food is for emergencies that you don't have to mess with. That is way easier than this. So full prep time, this took 35 to 40 minutes to prep all this. Now you do it individually, it won't take that long because you're prepping each one. But again, if you have no refrigeration, how are you going to keep this for 2 more days? If you have no refrigeration, that means you have no power. Well, how are you going to cook it if you don't have power? You're going to start a fire outside because this has to be cooked. There's no just adding water and letting it sit. See that? Same thing. And that's not that appetizing. This one actually has good flavor, but the rice is still hard. So it didn't cook right. So, you make your own decision on that, but you can go to the store and you can buy that for $3, and that makes half a gallon of soup, and it's awesome. It tastes really good, it's full of flavor, and kids will eat this. Here's the other thing is kids won't eat the other stuff. 1 cup prepared serving. Got about the same stuff the other one does. But this actually tastes good. And it cooks up right. And this one here, you could theoretically pour boiling water into it and let it steep, and it would cook it. You don't have to actually boil this one if you don't want to. Those are $3 at Walmart. And I can feed 4 people with that easily, with leftovers. But it's appetizing. It tastes good. And these are Mylar packages, and you can reseal these. That's something I wanted to point out. These are Mylar packages. You can reseal them, so you only have to prepare what you want. But again, if you're cooking for a bunch of people, that's a lot of preparation. And I know a whole lot of people that don't have that kind of aptitude for that kind of stuff. What was I looking for? I forgot what I was looking for. So I guess this would work if you had the ability to cook and didn't mind hard rice and really mushy noodles. And I gotta try another noodle because it looks really good, but no. The colder it gets, the worse it gets. Sorry for waving my phone around. Now the oatmeal is getting cold. It tastes a little bit sweeter. So I don't know, guys. Maybe this is something that you'd want to spend You know, I paid $42 for this, and I got another kit for half price, but this is actually quite a bit more expensive. We're going to look at some websites in the next video, or in one of the videos. What we're doing for you guys is we are making an MRE. We're going to show you what an MRE looks like. Everything in an MRE is individually packaged. I'm going to do this in the next video. We're going to show you one prepared, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you unpack it. The amazing thing about this is this here, yeah, you could probably reuse this if you needed to. Put water in it and seal it back up. I don't know. Might taste funny. But the MRE actually has a ton of uses. And for the money you spend, so this is a 3-day food kit, right? This is 3 days. Supposedly, if I read the website right, it's for one person. Evidently, it's not. It's for a lot of people. And you have to do a bunch of preparation. I paid $42 and change for this one kit, and I got another one at partial price. But they're actually more than that on the website. So I got 6 days of food for $42. I can spend $40 to $60 and buy a case of MREs that will last 25 years. I got to tell you something about this macaroni and cheese. When we started to cook it, it was really rock hard. It took a while to boil that down. It may not last 25 years. Probably why it has so much potassium in it. But that soup that I just showed you, that'll last 25 years. These MREs, the ones I'm going to show you, they've been sitting out in my yard exposed to the elements for over 5 years. And they're still good. So I can buy for almost the same money and get 12 meals ready to eat, no heating required, no cooking, no nothing. They're already cooked. They're already ready to go. No dishes. You open it, you eat it, you keep moving. So if you're in a situation where you have no refrigeration, you don't have to refrigerate MREs. If you're in a situation where you can't cook, you don't have to cook MREs. This, you couldn't eat this. If you couldn't cook or store it, you couldn't eat this because you got to heat up water and actually cook it in the pan. We had to cook all this. That had to be cooked. We didn't just pour water in it and let it rehydrate. This took a while to cook. This never did get done. And look at it, it cooked down to nothing. I had to take it off the stove. So, is this a good emergency food meal? Maybe. You chuck it in your pocket, hope the mice don't eat it. Or chuck it in your closet, hope the mice don't eat it. But is this really something that is very useful? With the calorie content, there was no protein in any of them. You need protein. The serving sizes are so small, that's not going to keep you going all day. Yet I can show you one MRE. One person can eat one MRE, and you can make it last all day and snack on it all day long because of the way they package it. So in the next video, I'm going to show you a prepared MRE, and the flavor's better. I mean, they're not perfect, but the flavor's a lot better. And I'm going to show you a unprepared one that I'm going to unwrap and show you the kind of food that's in there. It's real food. It's good food. And that stuff definitely lasts 25 years. So you make your decision on this. We're going to talk some more. I'm going to show you the websites. I mean, if I'm able to cook, I can work with this. I can add sugar and honey to the oatmeal. I can make it taste better. I can't do anything with that except maybe put some more cheese in it. And there's nothing that you can do with the rice. Once rice is cooked, you can't recook it to make it soft. So that's ruined unless you like hard rice. So you got to make your decision. Is it worth it to you to have food that's not so good? Good luck getting a 4 or 5-year-old to eat it because they're not going to eat that. It's not that good. I know, I'm big. I eat. It's not that good. The rice was the only one that tasted good. And it's still hard. And it's so congealed now. That's gross. You can eat it. You can live on it. But I tell you one thing right now. What I'm looking at there, that's the dinner, 2 people. If you're doing stuff, if you're burning calories, 2 people. That's it. The macaroni and cheese, 2 people. Oatmeal, you could probably get 4 people out of that. That's it. That's all you can get out of that. The serving sizes they put on here, nah.
That's the real serving sizes of food, though.
Oh, I know, but you eat that and tell me you're not going to get hungry an hour and a half later. That's the problem, is that these serving sizes aren't big enough. If you're out there, you have a tornado, wipes everything out. You're out there, you're working. How is that going to sustain you all morning? How is that little bitty cup going to sustain you all morning? It's not. Well, then you got this junk here for lunch, and then this is supposed to keep you all night. No, doesn't work that way. So we're going to show you a real meal and something you should put your money to. And after we show you those things, we're going to look at some websites, because there's going to be 2 more parts to this video. We're going to show you MREs. And then in the last video, we're going to look at some websites and we're going to talk about some things. And we're going to go through some scriptures on this too. Because there's a lot of people that are getting into this prepping thing. And guys, I think you're making a mistake. And that's just me, but we're going to look at scripture on this. But I wanted you to be prepared. I wanted you to know. Am I still recording them? I wanted you to know what you're getting into and what you're spending. So if you've bought from companies like this or this company, open one and cook it and see what you think. Because I don't think you're going to be very happy. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to show you something different and better, and the price is conducive to this. Much better than what I paid for this to get 3 days, or well, 6 days of food. I can pay the same price or maybe just a little bit more and get 12 days of really good food. See you guys in the next video.